Hello everyone, I'm AussieJTV and back with some more Castle Morihisa action. At the end of the last episode, we had an absolutely amazing run with Yonmyoji and managed to complete the game for the first time, which was really great. And I talked about unlocking the samurai. And what I didn't realise is even better, we got the ninja as well. I thought we had to win a run with the samurai to unlock the ninja. But that being said, we're going to dive straight in with the samurai this time. I'm not really sure what the differences are. I mean, obviously every character has their own unique deck. It'll be interesting to see how they play. And as you see, they have a very similar deck to the starting decks of the other characters, but we already have this new keyword, retaliate. So before taking damage, expend all retaliate and deal an equal amount of damage to the attacker. So basically you almost prep a secondary attack, it sounds like, that you can do just before someone goes to hit you, potentially killing them before their attack goes through. And obviously we're going to have a load of talents. I probably should have looked at these before the video, but that's not going to be a problem. We're going to learn what's best based on our deck as we go. And then just having a very quick look in the shop. As you can see, we've got some more retaliate options. We've got ignoring armor. I'm tempted to pick this up straight away just because it's upgraded. We've got automatic stun, deal damage equal to 2 times your armor. Okay, so we can build like an ironclad, to use the Slay the Spire term, armor synergy, where we just gain a load of armor and then deal twice the damage. That sounds like something that's potentially a cool build to go for. But for now, we're going to dive straight in and let's see what we have here. We have Imagawa Yoshimoto, Takenaka Shigeharu, and Honda Takakatsu. So looking at this, it's either going to be these first two. I'm not too fussed about shuffling our graveyard at the moment. But I guess you do draw 5 defense cards, so it's a way to, if you wanted to do that armor synergy, you could potentially do it that way. I'm going to go for Takenaka Shigeharu and the stun on all enemies, but it looks like there might be some stun synergies in this deck based on the fact that you can get a card that's purely about stunning. Now, I don't know if every first battle is going to be against this Corpse Hound. We do seem to be constantly seeing it. So let's use Riposte, and we'll get 1 Retaliate, and we can see this in the flesh and see how it works. So we're going to get attacked by the Corpse Hound. It got dealt 1 damage first. It used our Retaliate, and then we got hit. Seems good to me. And then we'll do 2 more hits. Might as well guard, even though we don't need to. And then move on to the next. I must say, I like the samurai's, the art style on the samurai. It just looks very, I don't know, he's got a very strong stance. I'm a bit worried he's getting a bit close to the splits here, but hopefully that won't be the case. And that's an easy win on our first combat. So let's have a look what we have here. I'm going to see if we can go a bit faster potentially. Maybe we can cover 2 areas in 1 video. I don't think we're ever going to get to the point where we can do 1 run per video, but it's good to know. So let's have a look. Gain 4 armor and draw 1 card. Okay. All defense cards played this turn have their action points reduced by 1. So that's potentially quite useful if you're trying to go for this armor deck. And then lose 3 health and gain 2 strength. At turn end, lose 2 strength. So if we had some synergies here potentially with health gain, that could be really good. I might take the parry, to be honest. Gain 4 armor and draw 1 card. And I am leaning towards buying this bladed armor. I think it could be a really cool, interesting, try and build an armor deck. But I'm not going to buy it just yet, because I'm going to wait to see if we get some more cards first. Because who knows, we might suddenly change our mind afterwards. Let's go for a question mark straight away. Let's just see what we can get. Extend your arm into the mouth. We've seen this one before. Let's lose some health and remove a card. I'm actually going to remove a slash for now, if we're going to think about going for more of this sort of armor-based dealing damage deck. And I'm going to buy the bladed armor right now to replace the attack that we just had. So hopefully we can place at least 1 armor. That's going to deal 6 damage, which is already better than our regular strikes or regular attacks. So just having a look at this, what have we got? Anything particularly interesting? We've got a new tooltip here, something about Sakura, so I guess we'll learn about that later. Apart from this, I'm just going to take Rising Valor, I think. So whenever an enemy dies, gain an extra action point. Just in case we do fight any early on double spawning enemies. I don't think we will for the first couple of rounds, but it's worth having. So let's riposte. We might as well try not to take any damage. Guard and attack, which is good. We didn't take any damage. They took someone that hit. So here we have the option. We could do 8 damage, or we could do 12 damage by guarding twice. Or actually, just before I say that, we could do 10 damage by, just blading armor and katana slash. So let's do both the blocks. And this really means we can defend, we can attack by defending, which is sort of the whole idea that I was hoping for. And I rushed that because I thought we would kill. It's because of the airborne, we didn't actually get the kill. And interestingly, I probably missed this. Deal, your all armor is removed. Well, that actually completely changes my plan. It means it's not quite as overpowered a card as I was thinking, but it's still going to be very interesting. So let's have a look at what this Sakura is. So this looks like it's similar to Meditation for the monk, but upon reaching 5 Sakura, gain 1 action point and 1 Blossom card. I guess we don't know what a Blossom card is, but I guess we're going to find out at some point. Apart from that, we've got gaining retaliate, which I'm thinking I might pick up. You know, we might go for armor and retaliate and try the difference. We'll pick a few cards to see what we like about this character. We don't always have to get a win on the first time like we did with the Onmyoji, but not that I'm saying no. And actually, this is the first time we're going to get our passive or our talent working to our benefit here. So let's see what we can do. We might as well parry because I'm interested to see. I'm getting myself confused. A guard, and then maybe we'll just first strike and see if this retaliate. Is this only going to be the... it does say deal 5, it's the first attacker. So we're going to take no damage. This guy's going to go down to 13, and we're just learning more about how the different cards work. Now what do we have? We have 4 armor, so we get 7 armor and deal 14 damage, which would kill this, but we would then take 3 damage in return. Instead, I think we're just going to... Well, actually, there's probably no harm in that. Yes, we'll take 3 damage, but we're killing an enemy, not getting debuffed. Probably very good for us. And then here, we're probably just going to put a load of retaliate up and get a hit in. And actually, this enemy's taking 6 damage and not dealing any to us, which is really good. And I'm assuming that we can finish off this enemy here with our bladed armor. So it's definitely a good finisher, this bladed armor. We probably just need to be a bit conscious of our health and not, you know, just die by playing it and stripping all our armor too quickly. So what's this? Gain 3 armor, discard all the cards in your hand, and gain 2 armor for every card discarded. So this is quite interesting as like a big blocking card. I'm probably going to take it. The only thing is it doesn't synergize with our strike because we're going to discard the strike if we do that. And let's just see if there's anything good that we want to pick up here. Obviously, some of these talents are unique to the character, and some of them are, you know, across all the different types of characters. And I'm just having a look at this. Is there anything that we really want? This could be quite good for an extra action point at the start of battle. This is also if you have remaining action points at turn end, though I think that's probably unlikely. I'm either thinking about gaining 3 health at after each successful victory, or whenever you gain retaliate, gain 1 extra stack of retaliate. Or I guess thirdly would be gain 3 armor at turn start. Maybe we'll take the 3 armor at turn start because worst comes to worst, that makes our armor removal attack deal 6 damage. You know, and it doesn't really cost us any armor because this is new armor that we got just for having this talent. So let's see what we've got here. So this would already give us 11 block, which is really good. So maybe we just want to retaliate into... Well, actually, we don't need 11 block. If we hit once, it would become 7. Plus the 3 here means we won't take any damage. So let's do that, and we'll Vigilance. I'm not actually sure if we've seen the mutated man before. Obviously, our mutated woman has been making quite a few appearances in the videos to date. And he does have these weird-looking tentacle things coming out of the backpack on him. I wonder if that is what is stuck in the mutated woman's mouth. I guess maybe we'll find out in some of the lore or anything like that. But I'm not 100% sure on that. So let's guard twice. We've now got 18 damage hit. I wonder if it's best just to kill the man. I'm probably just going to kill the man, to be honest. As soon as and I forgot, we get 1 extra action point every time we get a kill. So we could have done a bit more damage there, but it is not the end of the world. Let's get some retaliate going. Basically, we're going to deal a lot of damage to them when they try and attack us. And we're going to take no damage in the end either. So that's perfect. And then all I'm thinking is let's guard into bladed armor and finish off with a katana slash. So far, so good. I mean, we took a lot of damage against that bird, probably because I just didn't realize how the card worked. But we are getting there. We are getting there. And now let's have a look at this. We've not got any way to gain Sakura. I guess we could think about taking this taunt because we are building quite a lot of armor into our deck. Maybe it's worth it. I'm interested to see what a Blossom card is. I feel like we can't do our first run with the Samurai and not find this information out. And, I normally always go for the elite, and I think I am going to go for it. I am a bit conscious of our health. I don't feel like our deck is super strong at the moment, but it's worth a try. And I remember this guy as well. So he gasps air up once he gets strong enough, and that gives us a free turn to start hitting him. So for now, looking at this, we're probably going to cast Retaliate. I think we might as well riposte actually into a Katana Strike. So we're taking no damage. He's taking 6 from attacking us. Sounds perfect. Well, actually, he did 5 because he will gain some strength on some of his attacks. So what I'm wondering is here, do we want to try and do Taunt and gain a Sakura? I don't think it's worth it because realistically, are we going to get 5 taunts off during this whole combat? I hope not, to be absolutely honest with you. I think if we've done that, something's gone wrong. So let's just ignore the taunt and let's just tank up, try not to take damage from him, and see if we can kill him fairly fast. This is good. So we'll destroy your armor and lower agility by 2 for 1 turn. But I guess we don't mind about our armor being destroyed because, well, we don't preserve armor across attacks. So let's just get as much armor as possible and then do a big bladed armor hit on the enemy. And so far, so good. We've taken no damage. He's taken half his damage. He is going to start to get stronger and stronger now. So we probably need to look. And actually, this reduced agility is only for this turn, so that's not too bad. We'll get 2 agility at turn end. So basically means all of our defense spells aren't going to be too good at the moment. I'm thinking we're probably going to vigilance. I'm just wondering if there's anything better that we can do. So we could, this is already 7. We might as well parry first into it. I mean, somehow we still don't take any damage. We deal 6 to him. That's not too bad considering he was lowering our agility when we're mainly a defense orientated deck at the moment. I think this is going to be fairly easy. We can take no damage. We can do 2 hits, play vigilance, and we take absolutely no damage. I think we're doing quite a good job of managing this fight, considering I feel like we're going quite slowly. And this character's probably all about killing as fast as possible before they get buffed too much. We could do 22 damage here, but we would take an absolute ton. So I'm actually going to play the safe game. Still going to katana slash once, take 2 damage, and sort of prep for later because we really want to last hit with that bladed armor. That's going to be our best bet. And might as well just do 12 damage here. There's no point retaliating when he's not going to hit us. And now he's doing 14 damage. Do you think we can actually get the kill here? I'm going to parry because if we draw, I was going to say if we drew the, I've forgotten the name of the card now, but Bladed Strike, then we wouldn't have actually taken any damage here. So instead, we're still taking no damage. It's just going to be a bit slower, and we should draw it this turn, and there we go. So almost certainly we've got the kill here. In fact, we've already got it just with those 2 cards. And that was a very solid elite fight. That's given me a lot of confidence that our deck can work. Now let's have a look. Deal 100 damage in a single battle. Complete a battle without losing health. That's potentially possible with the amount of armor we have. Maybe we should think about that and play 15 cards in a single battle. I'm going to take State Scholar. It's probably the hardest to get, but if we do it, that's a big upgrade to, well, basically to upgrade all of our attack cards. Now, we haven't really gone for a strength deck here. We could go for this inner calm and maybe try and think about gaining Sakura at some point. Or we've got deal 5 damage if the enemy has disarm, gain 1 Sakura. So the only one that seems to go with our deck at the moment is inner calm. We maybe need to think about getting more action points at some point. And we can buy a new talent. I'm just thinking if there's going to be anything that we really want here. Maybe in this new way. We'd need 1 more talent point to get it. And nothing's drawing my mind out of these ones so far. Shuffle your deck. We've seen that one before. 30 or less health at turn start. Blood gain whenever you draw health. Whenever you gain armor, deal 3 damage to 1 random enemy. That's what we're going to go for. So that makes that an easy decision for us. And let's get a relic. I don't think we need to heal. I don't think we need to upgrade a card necessarily. And winning elite battles grants 1 extra talent point. That is good to have. And now we can pick up the barbed armor that we were talking about. I think that's what we're going to go for. Just making an absolute last shot. Yes, definitely. I don't see any big end cards that we need to look at now. Let's just focus on getting through the first round. But so far, Samurai seems pretty interesting. It seems like the most similar to the Ironclad from Slay the Spire, for those of you that are used to that card. I'm wondering if we just taunt here. Let's try this. Force your enemy to attack and gain 1 Sakura. Maybe we'll not see it come to fruition in this fight, but I'm intrigued to see how it works. Yeah, it's worth a try. At some point, we're going to blossom, even if it is on the final boss of this area. So let's riposte, let's guard, and let's attack. We're still going to take a little bit of damage, but only 1 point. I'm not particularly worried. And we have got this 1 Sakura. So let's see. We could just try and do this. Maybe we take this fight as like a chance to see what the Blossom card does. That's what I'm thinking in my mind at the moment. And by doing this, we're still going to get the kill on this enemy. And so I think that's not a bad shot. We do need 3. I mean, realistically, we're going to have to hold the fight if we're going to do this, but why not? Why not try and get a Blossom card? Because then we'll work out if it's something we should always be doing in the future or whether it's not really worth the effort. So let's taunt to gain another Sakura, and we might as well, just thinking, can we do both? We can probably do both. Yeah, let's first strike into Vigilance. So they're now down to 1 health. I just realized I've mistakenly done this because every time we gain armor, we're dealing 3 damage to the enemy. So maybe shouldn't have gone quite so crazy into that. Gain 3 armor and recover health equal to your Sakura. So we are starting to think about this sort of deck that involves Sakura. I'm intrigued to try it out. We might as well get a relic here as well. We always seem to find the dice, and what's very unfortunate is we just got rid of our Bladed Strike. So maybe we're switching completely into a Sakura-based deck because we've now got gain 1 Sakura, gain 1 Sakura. You know, we're still defense orientated, but now we sort of lost our main purpose of dealing a massive armor shredding or shredding our armor attack. Now here's our little favorite Jelly Bean that we saw once before. We were quite a lot stronger then, so it was very easy to kill him. But let's see what we can do this time. I'm probably just going to play all of those and taunt. An elite should hopefully last long enough that we're able to try this Sakura skill much better. So anything that gives us Sakura, I'm going to pick up and try and use. If we take no damage, even better. I think we could get to this fairly easily. It's a shame that we could play this to gain 1 Sakura on a turn where he's not really doing anything to us. Still going to do it just for the sake of learning. We always do 3 Well, we're guaranteed to do 3 damage every turn just from how our passives start, like gaining 3 armor at the start of turn, and whenever you gain armor, deal damage. So that's really good. And apart from that, I think, you know, we're in a pretty safe spot. We could even play a Katana Slash before our Vigilance. Yes, we take 3 damage. I didn't realise that he had this, it wasn't the Cinder, it was something else actually that hit us. And unfortunately, we can't play both of these at the same time. But if we just Inner Calm, we're now at 4 Sakura. So it'd be nice to get our heal. I don't know if I've been skipping over it. In fact, let's just check. It's not going to be what we draw. Have I gone crazy? Did we not? It must have been our health card that also got changed by the dice. That's really unfortunate. I mean, you know, I would have liked to see that we got some good passive healing from this. So let's use our Sakura Storm. What did we get? Sakura Onslaught. So Blossom, deal 15 damage. Well, we might as well just use it. And yeah, so it seems like you do get some really strong cards for getting there. We just need to now focus on how we get up to that much Sakura quickly. So play 30 cards in a single battle, kill 10 enemies, use 6 Fallen Hero skills. I do always forget about this. I do need to learn better about it. I'm thinking we place it 30 cards in a single battle. I think we've got quite a slow deck if we're going for a load of defense cards, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. When you gain extra action points, get 1 random temporary samurai attack card. So that's not really doing anything for our deck at the moment. We don't gain extra action points, unless it will count the talents that we get. Deal 10 damage, strength is 2 times more potent. That's not particularly good for us. I guess we'll try the disarm. It might be good against the boss, and I guess we're coming up to a boss soon. I'm just trying to play if we want to go straight in. So upon triggering Sakura, gain 4 strength. At your turn end, lose 4 strength. That seems pretty good, to be honest. Blossom cards cost 0 action points to play. That also seems pretty good. Yeah, there's quite a few. So if we wanted to do this, we'd need to get, whenever you lose health, draw a card. If you have 30 or less health at turn start, gain an action point. And for Flower Storm, we need, whenever you have 25 health or less, gain 3 damage. Gain 3 damage, gain 3 strength. Whenever you shuffle your deck, deal 3 damage to each enemy. So I think we're going to go for one of these two. Probably whenever you lose health, draw a card. I think that's a reasonable get. It's not going to do too much for us, but hopefully we'll get that really powerful Sakura skill at the end of it all. And now probably the weirdest enemy in the game, our good old friend, one-legged parasol man himself. Well, I say man, that's probably a bit optimistic. It's some long-tongued creature, that's for sure. So interesting, if we have disarm, deal 25% reduced damage, will that make 1 times 3 become 0 times 3? I'm guessing not. But we might as well try it. We might as well learn. We're not really going to do much else this turn. And yeah, it does. It moves it to 0 out of 3. So that's really good. And then we might as well, I guess we might as well taunt in this situation. I don't see a benefit to doing anything else. Yeah, we could do an extra damage with the riposte or the retaliate. I guess the retaliate would have been 5 damage, which isn't too bad. But apart from that, I think we'll just gain a load of armor, slowly chip away, build up our Sakura. We're not in a huge rush with this character. That's the main thing. I'm going to parry just to draw double strike. We're probably not going to get to the Sakura, but it's a nice thing to have. If we get that heal card come up again, I'm almost certainly going to buy it. Well, I just realized we're taking quite a lot of damage here. So let's give us as much armor as possible. I probably should have fully armored that. I just wasn't paying enough attention. And then we can finish off the enemy. Probably should be looking our shop about now. We've got a decent amount of money. Remove 3 Sakura, gain an action point, gain 5 retaliate. I think we'll take the riposte again. Or maybe we'll just skip. I think I'm going to skip because I want more draw, to be honest, and try and cycle through our deck faster. So gain 10 armor once, gain 18 armor, but can do it multiple times. Gain 8 armor and 3 retaliate. Power guard seems pretty good. And is there anything else you want? Nothing gives Sakura. That's the only annoying thing. But maybe we'll get a quick thrust. We'll do a quick thrust. We will refresh the shop and then see gain 3 armor and 1 Sakura is the one that I'm immediately drawn to. Deal 4 damage for each 1 attack card, play this turn, increase damage by 1. Nah, not too fussed about that. Let's gain the Sakura mind. And then maybe we just remove I'm thinking remove a basic guard. I don't think there's anything else. It's either a basic guard or a basic, maybe basic Katana Slash. We'll see. It might make this video far too long if we're just stalling for time all the time, basically. But I'm intrigued. We might as well try it. I'm probably going to upgrade here because we're going to get another area soon. So what's the difference? This becomes 0 cost. That's pretty good. Deal 10 damage and 3 disarm. That's quite a big buff, actually. 2 Sakura. I'm very interested in that. In fact, that's probably going to be something that we go for, just looking at this. Though the fact that it's a 3-cost card means it's going to prove a bit more difficult to get. Where is... Okay, so it's either going to be Inner Calm Plus or Swordbreaker, I think. You know what? I think we're going to go Swordbreaker, just because we need some damage in this deck. And until we get at least 4 action points, I don't see us being a huge benefit for going for a card that costs 3 to be upgraded, because there'll be so many times where we don't really want to use it. 12 damage straight off the back with these lethal snakes. I wonder what do you call it? A non-lethal snake? I mean, I guess there are plenty in the world today, but I feel like everything is out to kill you in this game. So it's surprising to me that we can find... we have to differentiate between lethal and non-lethal snakes here. Can we just insta-kill this guy? I don't think we can. Gain 5 Retaliate is going to be better than 1 strike, and we might as well gain a bit more armor. It's unfortunate that Retaliate doesn't work per hit. That would be really good for us. And at least we have a lot of defense cards here. So I'm just thinking what's going to be best for us. I mean, we probably could just Vigilance. We could... How much is this? 15. So let's Riposte. That's 7. Plus 13 will put us to 20. That will keep us safe. We maybe could have done something else, but we still have 1 action point left. But I'm hoping we can kill this guy this turn. Probably going to just use Swordbreaker instead. Could do it into Quick Thrust, but that means we'll take some damage. I just realised we've also got this poison here that's going to be a pain. Would I rather take... I mean, I guess I'd rather take... This is going to be 10 damage if I don't use it. I'm not going to gain 10. So yeah, let's just purge the poison. We'll take 2 damage here. And we'll probably just have to heal up before the last boss. Before the boss at the end of this area. But that's not too bad. What we're going to do here, we're going to get rid of the poison. We're going to Sakura Storm and Katana Strike and kill one of the snakes. That gives us an action point back. I need to keep remembering that. So we might as well attack again. We're not going to get to Blossom here, but that's not... Blossom's more like, you know, a safe thing. It's a thing that if we get, we're really happy about, but we don't have to get it. At least for now. I think that will probably change over time. We're not really doing much here, are we? 11. Might as well Sakura Mine into it. Nearly kills him anyway. He'll die basically from any card. In fact, we're going to use a card. We're so defensive, we kill without even attacking, if that makes sense. I don't think it really did, but oh well. And oh, interesting. Deal 6 damage to all enemies X times. It'd be good if we could like discard our hand, draw this, and then play it with the card that gives us armor but discards. Otherwise, all of these are 2 costs, so it might just be a skip. I wonder if I'm making my deck too thin, but I think it's worth doing. Now, 17 health. Do we think we can go for an elite? I actually think Prudence here is what we need to do, and just get a random relic, or sorry, artifact instead. Upgrade 2 random defense cards. I'm very happy with that, and unfortunately did just get a regular guard, but the Inner Calm Plus is going to be good. We were thinking about getting that anyway. And let's go on to the next fight. I'm a bit worried our health is a bit low. And we haven't seen the Vicious Bats before. Sound Barrier may only take up to 5 damage when attacked. Well, that's interesting. I don't think it's particularly good for us, but it's interesting. We're probably just going to have to gain a ton of block here. So that puts us to 10. We're still taking 12. We might as well just fully block. We're dealing 3 damage with every block anyway. And we did manage to get 1 Sakura up. So I think that's too bad. I think maybe this is one of those ones where we're just going to keep gaining armor. So gain an armor, gain an armor. We're on 8. We might as well taunt. Maybe we'll get to see another Blossom card. I'd be interested to see, because I assume there's more than one. And the sooner we know about the different types there's going to be, probably the better for us. So maybe we just Inner Calm here. It's a bit of a slow start, but it means we're at 4 Sakura. And hopefully we'll see a different one. Maybe there's a healing one. That'd be very interesting to me at the moment. Let's see. We're probably just going to kill this bat, actually. So, oh, it didn't kill him. They're probably air. Oh no, they only take up to 5 damage. You know, I did read that just very recently. You'd have thought I'd remember. And we will end that. We're still not taking any damage, so that's a good point. And here, I was going to say, hopefully we get our Blossom. How likely is it that the Blossom's going to kill? Well, I mean, it's a nice card. You know, 10 armor for 1 damage, but... Sorry, 10 armor for 1 action point, but it's a shame we couldn't even use it. So let's finish off the bird. Maybe I'm going too hard into this Sakura. Like, I'm not 100% sure it's super duper good. Maybe a Flower Core is what we need to be able to at least get some benefit out of the Sakura. Am I really going to skip again? All defense cards played on this turn have their action points reduced by 1. Maybe we'll do this. If we're going for a long deck, if we can use that at least once, it's going to be quite a big benefit for us. I'm worried I'm not taking enough elites. Let's rest here, and then I think we'll have another one. Do we rest again? What would we really want to upgrade? Does this go down to 0? What's save? You will keep this up. Okay, so that's interesting. So we can keep it in our hand across multiple rounds until we have a good chance. Or is there anything else that's really going to do? I mean, I feel like we're going to use parry almost every time we draw it. Is that going to be worth the difference between healing and not healing? And similarly, we tend to use this almost all the time. For now, I think I'm just going to upgrade parry and see if we can fight the boss. I think we should be able to do this. I'm just a bit touchy-feely about our health. And we are against the general again. This is who we fought as the Onmyoji. So hopefully this shouldn't be too bad. Though we are going to take a fair amount of damage on the first attack. So let's just put our Retaliate up and let's try and kill the Spearman as soon as possible. As soon as we narrow down the number of enemies we're fighting against, the better is the way I see it for this one. Just thinking what we can do. Well, we could Quick Thrust. It's a shame this doesn't break armor. It just ignores armor. So it's good for last hitting, but not necessarily much else. And And we have got this vigilance here, so this is going to give us quite a lot of defense if we need it. In fact, maybe we just want to absolute guard and play a ton of defense cards. So we go absolute guard into riposte, into... Ooh, do we want to make vigilance 0 or do we want to make riposte 0? I think we just want to make vigilance. Well, we can play both, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So we didn't do that much damage this turn, but hopefully that set us up for the future in the sense that we can play a lot more cards at 0 cost. Probably just going to play Inner Calm here. The only thing we have to be conscious about these wounds that are going to get accrued in our deck with this boss fight. So basically, the longer we take to kill them, the more progressive incremental damage we are going to take. Just want to double check. This now costs 1 card. Let me reread this. All defense card played on this turn have their action card. So I read this completely wrong. I thought this was for the rest of battle. Any defense cards you played on this turn will have the action points reduced by 1 for the rest of the battle. So this now seems to me like it's really not that good. Like, I guess it's not bad, but I wouldn't say it's amazing either. Oh, I just realized we have enough now to get a Blossom item. So let's see what we get here. Deal 15 damage and void. It's a shame that I don't think we're going to use it this turn because I just feel like we have to defend a bit more. We're taking a lot of damage. In fact, we can kill this guy. That's not a problem. But then we take what? We take 7. We can defend 7. We'd be taking 17. We take 10 damage. Let's parry first and then see what we get. I guess we're going to quick thrust just to kill that enemy. And then deal 15 damage is probably going to be better than defending for 2. It just doesn't seem particularly exciting, does it? Maybe this is not going to be so easy as I had hoped. What do we want to do here? We could just do Inner Calm, right? Then we'll take no damage, but it doesn't seem like we're dealing much damage in return. And we have Vigilance available. So maybe we should just riposte into Katana Slash into Vigilance. We still take no damage. I'm just very worried about our health. It'd be a shame if this is a go out on the first round, but at least it will give us an insight on what the Samurai's like and what we might want to do in the future. Well, I guess this is a fairly easy turn. We're just going to Sword Breaker. I'm being an idiot. I'm, rushing ahead, not really paying attention. I forgot the general. The first card we play on each turn is going to be defended against. So really, we just wasted 2 high-powered attacks. I was thinking to myself, he seems very high on health considering the moves that we've been doing. But that makes perfect sense, unfortunately for us. So I guess this turn it's just going to be riposte, I think. No, actually, I'd rather gain 4 armor and then Sword Break. And then we'll just try and get rid of this Shield Bearer because he does keep defending the main enemy. Just a shame. I'm really annoyed that I missed that first of all. So let's quick thrust. This will give us 12 defense, which means we'll only take 1 damage. And then hopefully we can kill the armor dude at the end of this turn. Oh, sorry, at the start of this turn, I should say. We're not going to die by doing this, are we? So parry will give us enough armor, so we just need to keep 1 attack behind. It's a shame that that's not going to be quite enough. Yes, it is now. So we'll kill the Shield Bearer. We do gain an action point. I forgot about that. So we might as well gain an extra Sakura. Maybe we'll get another Blossom card later that will heal us. I mean, that's what I'm sort of banking on at the moment. Now, this is just very sad for us. The fact that I guess, worst comes to worst, we're gaining 2 Sakura. It'd be interesting to know, does Retaliate stay across multiple turns? Okay, it does. That is at least 1 benefit. So we can use that when an enemy's not attacking if we need to, and then it's saving it up for a big attack later on. So here, we're probably just going to parry again into Sakura Mind. And then we do get this Sakura Onslaught, but we can't use it because the first thing that is used against the enemy is just wasted. So either we take 2 damage because of these 2 wounds, or we deal 5 damage to him. We're so low on life, but I feel like we have to do some damage at some point. So let's play that card. We're going to take 2. He's going to take 10, and this is probably game over, isn't it? Let's see. We're just going to use all our guards. We might as well Sakura Storm because I was hoping it would give us a Sakura, even if it doesn't Blossom. But that is unfortunate. Either way, not our most successful run, as you can imagine, but we will be coming back tomorrow to try out the ninja. And at that point, once we've done every character, then we'll probably have a pick. Maybe if someone has a fan favorite or someone they'd like to see more of, we will do that. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And big thank you, I should have mentioned this at the start of the video as well, but big thank you to Sam White, who you might have noticed we have a completely new banner and a completely new avatar, which is really cool. It really sort of brings the whole YouTube channel together and has a lot of the fan favorite games on there. You'll see Ancient Legacy of Azul, Super Auto Pets, this game, Strange Horticulture. Basically everything we've played on the channel is on that, which is really, really cool, apart from, I guess, some of the what ifs. But anyway, this has been Aussie JTV. Thank you for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.